For more information, go to thericksmithshow.com. If you've missed any portion of the program, you can download the podcast at thericksmithshow.com.
You're listening to WIN, Workers Independent News, a diversified media enterprises production. I'm Doug Cunningham. AFL-CIO President Rich Trumka issued a brief statement about meeting with Trump. Trumka said he met with Trump to talk about a working family's agenda that helps workers who are facing stagnant and declining wages, jobs going overseas, and a loss of rights on the job. Trumka says among the issues discussed were trade and infrastructure. Trumka also raised issues that allow Wall Street and corporations to take advantage of workers while lowering wages and stripping workers of rights. Trumka remains highly critical of the repeal of Obamacare being advanced by the GOP. A new CNN ORC poll shows strong public support for government investment in infrastructure to create jobs and for cutting taxes on the middle class. 58% said they oppose increasing military spending or spending money to build a wall on the U.S.-Mexican border. 54% of Americans in that poll said economic growth should be a higher priority than cutting government spending. National Consumers League Executive Director Sally Greenberg says that her group is part of an ongoing coalition campaign urging people to pull money out of Wells Fargo Bank. Greenberg says her organization pulled its money from Wells Fargo for several reasons.
One is that the bank had been involved in these terrible activities, forcing their workforce to open accounts for customers that customers had not authorized, and those accounts included fees and charges and put customers actually at risk of having their credit rating go down. In the process, we began to understand that Wells Fargo would be protected and shielded from legal liability as a result of these forced arbitration contracts, which exist in almost every commercial bank's fine print when you open an account.
The National Consumers League put its money in the Bank of Labor instead, a union-owned bank which has no forced arbitration clauses when opening accounts.
And thankfully, Bank of Labor has no such mandatory arbitration clause. They've got a very positive record when it comes to the workers. Wells Fargo, of course, fired 5,300 of their staff who they had forced to engage in these opening of these unauthorized accounts. The Bank of Labor clearly has a very pro-labor and pro-union atmosphere. It's a union bank.
WIN is brought to you in part by the Amalgamated Transit Union, the largest labor union representing transit and allied workers in the U.S. and Canada. Online at atu.org.
Sponsored by Iron Workers Impact, now reserving spots for this year's groundbreaking conference, welcoming contractors to grow their business by networking and attending world-class breakouts. More on this event in San Diego, happening March 19th through the 22nd, is found online at impact-net.org under Events.
You've been listening to WIN, Workers Independent News. For more information, visit laborradio.org.
It's time for the Rick Smith Show.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
I don't want to abolish government. I simply want to reduce it to the size where I could drag it into the bathroom and drown in the bathtub.
You bet I cut the taxes at the top.
How dare you? How dare you? Go ahead, make my day.
The Rick Smith Show starts now.
Welcome, brothers, sisters, working class heroes. This is the Rick Smith Show. Thanks for being here. Today on the big program, lots to get to, lots to talk about. First foremost, right from the beginning, it appears that the Republicans have shot themselves in the foot and are trying to figure out how do we blame the Democrats for everything that we're doing. And again, you look at this HACA, which is really just the ACA with no way to pay for it. And this really is a very Republican value. We want a whole bunch of things for free, and I don't know who pays for it. Maybe, we pay for it off of the broken dreams and the tears of the poor. That's basically what we do. And here's the thing, and this is all we need to know about what's going on with healthcare right now. All we really need to know is what the Republicans are doing, and it's not. This isn't about care. This isn't about health care. It's not about insurance. It's not about any of that. This is purely about scoring political points with the base, making the Democrats basically unelectable in the minds of people once they create the situation that is coming. Healthcare is in a crisis. And I think every healthcare organization in this country is kind of going, wait a second. I thought we were going to do good things. No, this isn't about insurance. This is about creating that conservative utopia of, hooray for me and screw the rest of you. Understand, there's no real plan here. There's only destruction. The point here, and look, this is the thing that gets me. You keep hearing the Republicans talking about a death spiral. It's all I hear about. We're heading towards I'm telling you, it's coming, death spiral. And yet they are doing absolutely everything they can think of to make sure that death spiral happens. As I've been saying for years, these are people who don't believe in government, don't want government to work, and when it does, they're going to figure out how to screw it up. And then people elect them, not we, I'm not putting myself in that. People elect them to say, we want good stuff, and then are surprised when they destroy things.